What's that? I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing it back. What's going on, guys? About to check out this video about Tim Walz spiraling out of control and all this nastiness. Let's get straight into it. This has been suggested by you guys. I'm thinking, who is this? Is this Doug in Exile?
The Trump administration is closing the vice slowly on.
Let me slow that down. I be forgetting when I'm not on stream, I listen to everything sped up. Sometimes faster than this. I watched a whole TV show on 3x speed yesterday. It was fire though.
Tim Walz, as the Somali fraud scandal in Minnesota is completely blowing up in his face. Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the happy patriots are. Part of why we're happy is because we won the last election.
Thank you, Katarina. Appreciate the heck out of that. Let me, I'm gonna pin that link.
None of this would be happening, guys, if Trump didn't win. Always go back and thank God that Kamala Harris is not president. Here's Brandon Gill smashing Tim Walz.
The famous economist Milton Friedman famously remarked that you can't have both open borders and a welfare state. And for decades, the Democrats have been trying to have both. They've invited as many people as they possibly could from all over the globe into our communities, including tens of thousands of Somalians into Minnesota, and then opened up the welfare state.
Which never made sense to me. It's like, damn, can we care about Americans? Like, can Americans get some love? Can you actually make sure we not out here in these streets before we taking care of other people? Like, them doing that allows people to do all the scams and fraud. But I don't think they care.
Provide benefits with almost no anti-fraud provisions whatsoever, and this is the obvious result. We knew this would happen, and yet Democrats are pushing this for political gain.
It's purely for political gain. They do not care about people. I've said this before. They're using Somali immigrants. That's why I like this episode, guys. We're going into the big picture philosophy of illegal immigration. Will Trump stick to it? You know, he's got to feel our backing him so that the polls remain strong for him. Here's Byron Donalds on the subject also, just on the basic philosophy of illegal immigration.
We're going to have people from the left talk about pathways to citizenship. I don't support them. I never have, because what it does is it creates an open sieve where you're going to have more illegal immigration into the United States. My position has been clear. I'm opposed to birthright citizenship, have been for a long time. We need to end chain migration, go back to a quota system, immigration into the United States.
The wind's blocking him out there, but he says we need to end chain migration. That is when you bring a family in and then other family members automatically come in. And his biggest beef right here, the explanation is we can't, in culture, that is, make enough of these immigrants that are.
Hey, what's up, Chris? How you doing? How are you?
Coming in, if they're isolated in a community and they remain Somali, they never become American. They're not pro-Constitution. They're not pro-America. They're just here to grift. Same thing with the illegals from South America. The problem is not that other people are coming to this country. This country is made up of all kinds of people that came from other countries, but they wanted to come here and become what makes America great again, which is not what made Mexico great or Somali great, because they're dumps.
Prioritizes immigration that supports America and America's interests, not chain migration, which what we have now, which doesn't promote assimilation of even legal immigrants coming into the United States. That's my position. It hasn't changed.
Okay, I've got this urgent new message from our show sponsor, Chapter, and this affects the post-annual enrollment plan. Annual enrollment plan ended on Sunday.
Announcement. What's going on?
So now there's a new game in town. If you're aging in, that is, if you're turning 65 and you need help picking your Medicare helper, then call Chapter. The call is free.
I ain't there yet, even though I feel like it. Y'all see me with this damn heating pad on that I'm extra thankful for. That be getting me through the rough days. But I ain't at 65.
They'll help you as you turn 65, pick your very first Medicare plan. They'll shop all of them for you. Here's a quick post from one of you. It says, I called Chapter with a 4-hour wait. By the way, that 4-hour wait is no longer because...
I'm not sure if this is still an ad or is he... Damn, he kind of dying off. He can do that a little naturally right there. That's a little too skillful. He slipped right into the ad. I don't know if it stopped, if it kept going. Okay. Might need to study that for when I start doing that. Y'all know me, sponsors I turned down, bro. It is crazy. It is, I be saying no, like it's nobody business, and then see everybody on YouTube say yes, which makes me side eye a lot of things. I don't know if I want to say what company this was too, but I see every YouTuber sponsored by them, and I'm like, am I the only one that said no? Nah, maybe. I didn't like what they was trying to get me to do.
You guys love them, so I love them. You might be in the wrong plan because Medicare.gov website gave out false information and the government is giving some people a second chance to remedy that. Call Chapter and they'll help you navigate from now through all of Q1 for your Medicare Advantage plan. And you're still able.
Y'all said they be sending all the good food to other countries and give us the bad stuff. It's crazy.
At the bottom of the screen, 631-961-8696. That's my friends at Chapter. Tell them Doug and Exile sent you. 63
problem gets fixed is that real wage growth goes up enough so that that huge 23% hole that was dug by Joe Biden is a thing of the past because people have money in their pockets, enough money in their pockets to bring their real standard of living back up. The real standard of living in the U.S., the purchasing power of ordinary Americans has gone up by about $1,200 so far this year.
Are you feeling that yet? Are you getting any benefit yet? Let me know in the chat below. You guys tell me if you believe what Hasan is saying. Remember, this could be the next head of the Fed when Jerome Powell steps down.
If you look at the great data on Friday that said that real wages were up 2.5% over the last few months, that happens when you get positive supply in the economy, and that's what drives growth up and prices down. And so what you want to do is lock that kind of gain in where you're seeing real wages coming from positive supply shocks. And if you do that, then just as in the 90s when we had positive supply shocks from the computer, and Alan Greenspan was willing to sort of let the economy run a little bit hotter, we have an opportunity with AI and all the productivity that we're seeing to do so again.
Y'all said, I think the ad he's done is cool. It's a program that helps people on elderly insurance pick the right plan for them for free, not trying to push promo. Just was saying, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. He did that joint a little too smooth. I'm like, he slipped into that, like, to where I didn't even know it was an ad. But yeah, I'm not mad at it. I was talking about sponsors that, it's a different sponsor. I don't want to say the sponsor's name because I just think that would be bad. But because this is everyone and their mama got this damn sponsor, it seems like almost. But I'm not going to say it. But they hit me up and was trying to ask for some bull crap. They wanted me to pretty much promote a service that's supposed to protect you. But in doing so, they ask for all your personal information. And I didn't feel comfortable with that. That just sounds crazy to me. And it seems like a bunch of people are promoting this damn thing. And I'm like, why is everyone? But I turned it down. I was just like, nah, but we'll pay you this. And I was like, nah. Let's see now. Nah, I ain't doing that. Is it the data breach one? That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't even have to say the name. You know exactly which one I'm talking about. And mind you, I was going back and forth with them for a minute. That was the breaking point. First, it was the money. And then once they told me the details of what they wanted me to do, I was like, nah. First, I'm like, I'm not doing that for that. That sounds insane. And you want me to wait? How? No, I'm not doing that. Oh, blah, 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 blah. And then eventually they agreed to whatever I was okay with. And then when they sent me the details, I was like, you didn't put that in the first emails, like the first few emails. You didn't tell me you wanted people's personal fucking information. I was like, I wish you would have started with that. I don't feel comfortable. I wouldn't feel comfortable using it. Why would I recommend for my supporters to sign up for this? Oh, but it's going to protect them by taking their personal information. That's pretty odd. I got a lot of things on my computer that protect that. Not one is asking for anything but payments. That's it. Just pay the fee. You good. But yeah, I felt mad uncomfortable with that. Doug was the creator of Cat's Crouch on Nickelodeon. I don't think I ever heard of that. In the newer VeggieTales, I heard of that. I definitely, in the church, they was playing VeggieTales like it was nobody's business back in the day. You worked a lot on Netflix. Oh, that was cool. That sounds dope. He said, yep, I knew it. Yeah, he definitely seen exactly which one I'm talking about, which is wild. I didn't even have to say much. But the way that everybody is pushing this damn brand, I'm like, bam, y'all comfortable with your supporters' personal information being on there? Not me. The newer VeggieTales, yeah, I rocked with the old VeggieTales back in the day. Hey, how you doing, FYT? So how am I doing? I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm chilling, kicking it with the Fang Gang. About to reminisce about the old VeggieTales. I did remember that. VeggieTales and Bible Man. They played that 24/7 in the church I went to.
But to do so with a great deal of caution as you watch the inflation numbers go by.
Okay, so we're ending Biden's inflation. That's the good news. Here's Scott Bessent. We showed him in the last video. He's just one of my favorite thinkers on.
Your name's not a problem. I'm just blind. I was over here using the squinties. The squinties with it so I could see it. That's the hood glasses. We said just call you K, no problem.
The All In podcast.
My worry is that the Fed is turning into universal basic income for PhD economists.
I can't talk about old TV shows all day. That's my shit.
Right. It's like a welfare program for PhD economists, because that's all it's doing is giving them money for being wrong. All the experts are wrong, according to Bessent and Hasan.
I don't know what they do. They're never right. If you were to
maybe you should double the number of PhDs. If you go to 700, they might get it right.
Well, look. I mean, if you were to look at the central value tendency versus how they've done, it's shocking. Right. It's shocking. I said, like, if air traffic controllers did this, no one would get in an airplane.
If air traffic controller performed as bad as the economic experts that are shouting down the Trump administration saying this is wrong, this is scary, they've never seen it operate before. But you look at the numbers of the economy and it is recovering. It's coming back around, slow, but it's going to heat up over time, especially if we get that ease in interest rates, which is scheduled. It's supposed to come up and then the internet's going to blow up again. The stock market's going to blow up again. Here's Election Wizard. President Trump's approval rating climbed.
Especially Warner Bros. It seems. Especially Warner Bros. It seems. I just been looking to that. My personal time, what's going on with that. There's a lot of craziness. That definitely might go up. I haven't checked in the last day or so, but that's probably going to go up.
By 5 points since November, and we're here in December. According to Harvard, the approval is up to 47%. Disapprove is down with 49%. That just means people aren't buying the lies.
And when it comes to stocks, I really only mess with ETFs, if I'm just being honest.
Of media anymore. And now here's another one with Kylie McEnany with Scott Bessent. I think Scott Bessent makes an important point. What's the important point?
And I interpret that for you. I'll translate. He's saying no excuses here.
No excuses. And especially when it was actually some of the defendants' lawyers who said it was like they were filling the cookie jar up and like they knew people were stealing out of the cookie jar. And they just kept refilling it and refilling it and refilling it. And I think Scott Bessent makes an important point there. You know, we love immigrants who come to this country, but we need an assimilation process. We need a fervor. You could have your own culture. That's fine. But a fervor for the American dream, a love for this country, an appreciation for taxpayer dollars, an appreciation for the values that bind us together, despite our different cultures, backgrounds, languages, etc. I think that's an important point you've heard Bessent make, Stephen Miller as well.
Look at.
My bad, guys. I tried to press the mute button. I'm pressing it like 5 times. That ain't not working. That's like, I looked at it like, and then it started working. I'm like, okay, that's crazy. I had to give you a mean look for you to work me, but my bad. I hate coughing at the mic.
Ilhan Omar, what a scam. Does it look like she's assimilating into our culture? Looks like her head is being swallowed by a mollusk. That's how I describe her. Wait, there's more on the Supreme Court. Will the justices back up President Trump when a lower court says that he exceeded his authority?
We're going to hear oral arguments on the limits of the executive branch. Justices will decide if President Trump exceeded his authority by firing a member of the Federal Trade Commission, which is an independent agency. That case could expand presidential powers if the court sides with the White House.
He's wrong on that. It will not expand presidential powers if the court sides with the White House. It will correctly declare the presidential powers as correct under Trump. That doesn't expand anything. He should be allowed to fire people in the FTC. That is under the presidential authority. So now will the Supreme Court overstep their boundaries and limit the executive branch's authority?
You should be able to fire who the hell you want.
Believe they won't under John Roberts and under Clarence Thomas. I don't believe they will. That's my opinion. I'll keep you guys posted on that Supreme Court news. Just wanted to throw that in as a bonus. Little dessert. Here's just the news. Here's the best news of the day. House releases $900 billion defense spending authorization bill, $9 billion over Trump's request. Yes, we need defense spending just to catch up and make up for what Joe Biden cut and turned into a LGBTQ musical, turned our military into it, and we're still recovering from that. The House late Sunday, that's last night, released the text of the national...
Turned it into cats. There was another one I was on a stump. Nah, stumping LBGT.
Defense Authorization Act.
Cats is pretty alphabet. Cats is all rent.
Which codifies several of President Trump's executive orders. The 3,000-page bill, I'm against that, was released on Sunday yesterday and is about $8 billion more than what Trump initially requested in the budget, Deseret News reported. We'll see if Trump is on board with that. The NDAA codifies at least 15 of Trump's executive orders, which is good because if they're not passed into law, they go away when the next Democrat comes in. All those executive orders, all 15 of them can go away. But if you pass them into law, it's much harder to get rid of them, including those related to construction of the Golden Dome missile defense system, building physical barriers and deploying more troops on the southern border and modernizing development weapons. The bill also includes revitalizing the defense industrial base and undoing woke policies enacted during the Biden administration. I'm for that, as my son is a Poolee in the Marines. He's going to be sent off next month. And so I don't want to have him be indoctrinated in a bunch of woke DEI, LGBTQ agenda when he needs to learn to just be a lethal fighting machine. Let me know in the...
That's facts. That's what the focus should be. Putting your life on the line. You're like, what? Absolutely. That's what your focus should be. If you're going to have him putting life on the line, protecting us, yeah. I think should be trained like a universal soldier in that bitch. But anyway, tell me what your opinion is down in the comment section. Hit the like button. Share the video as well. All that good stuff. Also hit the hype button if you're able to. I'm on episode 2 of the P. Diddler doc. What you think, Biggs? So far, is that not like crazy? Episode 1 had me shook. If y'all don't know, guys, the new P. Diddy doc is on Netflix. You might be wondering, why would I want to watch that? I already watched a billion of them when all this first started happening. You ain't watched one like this. I tell you that. This one got some details, some evidence, some audio, some video. They showed never before seen footage of Biggie getting shot. They dive deep into the Tupac beef and all types of stuff. There's stuff that even I didn't know. There's stuff that I knew that other people didn't know that they brought up. I was like, okay, now I know you're official. Wait, you talking about all the people at the party that died? Okay, now we cooking. Now I know y'all about to expose everything. Because wasn't I saying that on live? Like, how come nobody talk about all the people that died? Man, people have hated Diddy for years where I'm from. For years, and Jay-Z. I had a counselor at a group home that couldn't stand that nigga Jay-Z, bro. He used to go in, and it was for like valid reasons that no one talks about. Same thing with Diddy. So yeah, there's a lot of things that they bring up, like stuff that he did to people that worked for him. Oh man, receipts, like them showing the email. Like here's him sending me pictures with him with no clothes on. For no reason. He just emailed this to me. Told me I need to come to the party. He was wilding out. He said, what's the name of it? Let me look it up real quick, or just pull up Netflix. Because I watched that and was like astonished at some of the things that's shown. I wish I could play some clips for y'all. Let me see. I'll put Diddy. Sean Combs, The Reckoning is the name of it. Oh, man. Yeah, he's a nasty bastard, bro. Yo, when they showed or played the audio from the dude that worked at the studio with him, which I felt bad for because nobody took him seriously when he came out and was saying he was assaulted. People saying, yo, you just want money. But when you listen to some of these like audio like tapes or whatever that he plays from the messages that were left on his phone from Diddy, that shit sound intimate as hell. Diddy on some, yeah, man, you know I love you, baby. Yeah, you know, I feel I got different feelings for you. You know, I'm like, what the? This is the person making beats for you, bro. It's certain shit that he was saying to me. I'm like, nigga, you talking to him like this your girlfriend. Yo, don't be mad at me, man. You tripping, man. I know I owe you, but come on, man. You ain't got... This nigga is wilding, bro. The girl that was with Dirty Money, the group that Diddy started, oh, man. She exposed that shit. I'm telling you. And then they had the footage. 50 Cent found the footage from Diddy's perspective of when he was begging this girl to go out and lie for him and put out a public statement to say that he never did nothing nasty. And he's over there begging like, yo, please, man, you know I love you, baby. You know I can. I was like, this nigga's a nasty bastard. Nasty bastard. The Aubrey all day stuff is, oh my gosh, it's crazy. Hey, what's up, Jiffy? How you doing? Just sent it to you with a timestamp. I definitely gotta check that out. OMG BX, I've been dying at the 50 Cent interviews. Yeah, I've been seeing a few of those. 50 Cent is smiling at the camera. Yo, 50 Cent is one of the pettiest people on earth, and I love it. I might learn from this nigga, actually. It's because he goes by like the 48 laws of power to an extreme. Like, he lives by that shit. So he's never gonna stop stomping on you if you're an enemy in his eyes. Actually, you gotta see this one I just saw earlier. Facebook Reel though. So not sure if you'll be able to react. Let me see. I won't be able to react to the Facebook channel unless I try to download it somehow in a video game, because I don't download stuff that's not downloadable already. But yeah, the way that the screen is set up on Facebook, because I don't have an account. I don't have a Facebook. Breakfast Club is nasty. Oh yeah, I don't fuck with the Breakfast Club. Anyway, they've been Team Diddy forever. Like since day one, actually. Diddy signed them years ago. Breakfast Club is pretty disgusting. He said that to you? He didn't say that to me. He said that to the record executive. No, I was telling you like what Diddy was saying on the audio tapes to the producer that worked for him that played the audio of Diddy like coming on to him pretty much. That shit sounded nasty. So it's the Steve Harvey morning show. I don't watch him. I didn't even know that was still going. He's always been my fave. Which one? Who? Oh, 50 Cent? Yeah. I rock with 50 Cent heavy. Yeah, I can't find it on YouTube. Send it to you later just for your viewing pleasure. Gotcha. No, I'm definitely going to check it out. Yeah, I rock with 50 Cent. 50 Cent is the man. Like, I agree with him. Like, how can people say he's going too far when some of these people helped in getting him shot? Like, that's insane. Like, he went way too far. You shouldn't be talking about the people who aided in helping getting you almost murdered. He can be as petty as he fucking want to be. What? This is one of the only few people that wasn't afraid of Suge Knight in his prom. Dead ass. When Suge Knight was terrifying and had the streets on lock and everybody was scared of him. And he was coming to people's video shoots and getting them shit shut down by just him being there. 50 Cent was the only one that didn't run. Everybody else that was down with Dr. Dre and these people and Eminem, they ran. 50 Cent was the only one that sat right there and was like, hey, Shook, can you hurry up and get out of here? I got a video to shoot. And this is before 50 Cent was famous. So his shit was looking at him like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, why is he not afraid of me? That's like part of what made 50 Cent like well respected in the industry. Like, you not afraid of Suge? Like, for what? What you mean? He's a G. So he definitely ain't afraid of Diddy. In fact, I think didn't Diddy get him fired because he pulled out a weapon or something like that? Yeah. Diddy was arguing and 50 Cent thought that it was about to be a fight, so he pulled out his strap, and then Diddy fired him for that. Got him fired from his songwriting gig. Why do I know a lot of this behind the scenes shit? I think I could have made the documentary, damn near. Never seen The Breakfast Club. It's a really woke morning show. Not the movie, the radio show. Breakfast Club is one of my favorite movies, though. But no, he's talking about the radio show. It's just trash. Really trash. And woke. What's going on, y'all? Let's check out this clip. Apparently, Erika Kirk got a lot to say. And I think she's going to be talking about Candace Owens. When will they ever learn? Let's see. See what's happening in these streets. Hit the like button, share the video. How the heck are you doing the Charlie Kirk show without Charlie Kirk?
We are grateful at Fox to have her here to shine a light on healing as we all miss and mourn the loss of her beloved Charlie Kirk. And not all of her journey has been without, well, hate, conspiracies, and oddly, speculation about where her husband is buried. Now, for the first time, Erika, who's with me now, addresses all of it from the perspective of a grieving widow, a mom, and a battle.
Why are you doing this press tour? What's going on? Grieving widow, get your ass off TV. You're doing too much talking right now. Like, it seems like you're grifting. And how are they running the Charlie Kirk show without Charlie Kirk? You can't say they're not taking advantage of his death, yo. This is nasty. What?
Tested America.
Nigga, it seemed like he went on vacation and was coming back.
Good to see you again today. Talk to me about this part of the conspiracies that are out there, this disturbing part that people are trying to guess where Charlie is.
Can I have one thing? Can I have one thing? Can my children have one thing? Everything was public. We will be building
an interview where she says Candace's name. You have that one too? But she's talking about the wrong ish. Yeah, if you have that clip too as well, let me see it if you're able to see.
The most beautiful memorial for my husband at Turning Point USA, and it will be for the world to see, and it will be spectacular, and it will have basically museum style for our Charlie, for my Charlie. But can I have one thing? Can my babies have one thing where we hold it sacred, where my husband is laid to rest, where I don't have to be worried about some secular revolutionary coming and destroying my husband's grave while my daughter is sitting there praying? One thing, that this is my husband. Yes, he was Charlie Kirk to the world, and I know so many people love my husband, and I am grateful for that, but this is my husband, and I want to be able to have one thing left that is sacred to our family, to my in-laws, to my babies, and to my parents.
No one asked you to do any of this public. No one asked you to do interviews about him. No one asked you to give a fucking speech. After he died, no one asked for any. So let me get you one thing. No one asked you to do the other stuff. Like, let's stop this shit. And do you have a book in your hand? Are you selling a book?
One thing.
What are they taking from you right now?
Nothing. But I will tell you what they are doing. It reminds me so much.
It says a 30-second clip? Yeah, still, if you have it, I'll include it on this one.
Chapter 6 in the book of Nehemiah. He is building a wall, and the townspeople are at the base of that hill saying, Nehemiah, calling him all these names, saying all these things, come on down. Every single time he had the same message 4 times in a row. I cannot come down. I am busy building. That is how I feel. I do not have time to address the noise. My sign.
They put out they put out a Charlie Kirk book and says that he did it before he. Yeah, let me I'm gonna have to do this. Hey, Garfield, pass me the nasty award. The nasty one. Yep, right there. We ain't run out. Definitely gotta give her the nasty award for this. This is disgusting.
Yeah. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name.
Yeah, that's sus. That's beyond sus. That's like when record labels put out an album coincidentally after you died. Didn't Diddy do something like that?
Silence does not mean.
And then put himself on the cover when it's supposed to be Biggie Smalls. Look like she on the cover now, huh? Like Erika's the star. They're trying to build her name up, trying to build whoever the Joe Schmo is. Why is this nigga hosting the Charlie Kirk show without Charlie Kirk? Absolutely. She's trying to take his place. Greedy, and it's all about money.
That I am complacent. My silence does not mean that somehow Turning Point USA and all of the handpicked staff that loved my husband and my husband loved them is somehow in on it. We are busy building. And you know what I thought? I thought these people are human. We are all grieving in our own way. And they are
not busy grieving, busy building. It's all about business. You think she'd be at home, not wanting to be in the cameras, talking to people? I lose a loved one. I don't want to do no interviews about it. I'm not doing no fucking speeches. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy. Yeah.
Trying to find the answer to something that happened that was so evil. They are trying so hard, and I get that. We're doing the same. Anytime we hear a lead or anytime we hear anything, we send it to the authorities. Please dig into this. No rock will be unturned. I want justice for my husband, for myself, for my family, more than anyone else out there. So for me, you want to keep telling me to come down while we're building? I don't have time for that. But here's my breaking point on that. Come after me, call me names, I don't care. Call me what you want, go down that rabbit hole, whatever. But when you go after my family, my Turning Point USA family, my Charlie Kirk Show family, when you go after the people that I love, and
they made 80 million from the shirts alone. Oh my gosh. The same shirt that Charlie was wearing when he was pew-pewed. So they used that as a marketing strategy. Wow. Yeah, they're disgusting for that. Books and shirts. Yeah. She's talking about something. We're focused on building. Why not healing? Recovery. Things like that.
We're making hundreds and thousands of dollars every single episode going after the people that I love because somehow they're in on this.
Episode?
No.
Yeah, she talking about Candace. Say names.
You know, I have to say it. I've never seen you like this.
No, this is righteous anger because this is not okay. It's not healthy. This is a mind virus. Yes, I believe in our judicial system. I do. We have a hell of a team working on this. Excuse my French.
You believe in how? What did she slip up and say? She believe in the what? Who she said she believe in? I don't know. Was that just a slip? She said, we are going and representing I believe in the She's like, I believe in jujitsu. I will do what I am told. They wanted me to be the front and center, then I will do what what they're telling me. That's crazy.
But this is not okay.
So you want to put these people back in the box where they've been creeping from?
I don't care what box you're in. But just know that your words are very powerful, and we are human. My team are not machines, and they're not robots. They are human. We have more death threats on our team and our side than I have ever seen. I have kidnapping threats. I have, you name it, we have it. And my poor team is exhausted. And every time they bring this back up, what are we supposed to do? Relive that trauma all over again? They watched my husband get murdered.
No, you go on national television and talk about it. That's how you get. What is wrong with her? Like, yeah, this is nasty. At first I was like, yo, come on, guys. No, don't go at her. But why is she like making herself so public in like the face of TPUSA now?
I have no idea how I would have reacted if I was there that day. And thank the good Lord that I did not have to see that happen. But my team, they are rocked to the core. So why every single day do they have to be dragged through the mud? And
fuck your team. What about your family? Like, what do you... Yo, this is nasty. My team? And this is so rehearsed and prepared. And as she's holding the book...
Analyzed, hyper-analyzed.
Hold the Bible. That's what you need. That's the book you need to get into. That Holy Bible.
You know, the conspiracies that are out there, all of the like. Do you think that there is more of it now because you do shine your light? I mean, did people just expect you would just go away?
I don't know what they expected.
They pick on you because of your accessories. I mean, I've seen some of it.
Oh, yeah. No, at this point, it's what the conspiracy collection. Get it before Christmas. Like, seriously. Wow. You will, if you want to find.
She's still trying to sell. Still to the very end. She's still got a salesman's mind. Yeah, this is nasty. They show like the label conspiracy in order to try to discredit facts.
And pick me apart, go right ahead. I do not care. I don't. This was happening before Charlie was murdered. Both of us have been through the ringer of people will call you whatever they want to call you.
The Charlie Kirk show. This is great. That's wow. That is insane. The Charlie Kirk show. That's just nuts. I have another clip. Let's take a look at this one where I think she might say Candace's name. Let me see. Is this it right here? Let me put this on the screen so everybody can see it.
The podcaster Candace Owens, okay? At one time, a friend of Charlie's, at one time, an employee of Turning Point. She has been one of the main peddlers of these conspiracies, and she is making a huge amount of money on it.
You notice how they keep saying conspiracy. Conspiracies. And they're using that term in order to discredit the actual truth in the research that's being put out there by Candace. And why is she looking like that? That's the most craziest look. She damn near got demonic with it. Why are you? Shorty. She's like, you good? You all right? You didn't look this upset when what happened to your husband happened. Like, you didn't get this damn angry. You can see the hate in her face. Yeah. And they talking about something. She made money. Candace made money. How much did Turning Point make? With the books and shirts. In constant clips of Charlie being put out. Like, this is crazy. It's like when Kevin Samuels died and everybody was putting out Kevin Samuels videos, even the old ones that they did. You got a billion Kevin Samuels clips now. This is exactly what they're doing with Charlie Kirk. Exactly what they're doing. Yeah, they constantly are putting out stuff. Let me see. I had to go and check their channels to make sure I'm not tripping. Like how many videos they did or continue to do. She's damn near going on a press tour right now. It don't seem like you're healing. It don't seem like you're at home trying to recover after what happened to your family. It don't seem like you give a damn. Now maybe I'm tripping, right? Maybe I'm crazy. No, they are putting out Charlie Kirk videos every day. Old videos, by the way. Old clips. What? That's insane how much money they're making, like almost maybe close to over 100,000 on this one channel alone that I'm looking at. 100,000 like every few weeks. Straight grifted. Exactly, BX. She is more angry at Candace, someone who is trying to get answers, than she ever seemed to be at the pew pew herself. Yep, himself. Nah, she forgives him. Wow. Can't wrap my head around that. She says she forgives him. But when Candace Owens' name come up, that's crazy.
She is building her business off of these lies.
Bitch, my bad. I'm sorry. That was crazy. No, I'm not sorry, actually. Candace Owens built her business of, are you drunk? Like, what are y'all on? And then this girl didn't move her face at all. Like, it's still the same, still hatred. Like, how? Candace Owens, the biggest podcaster, #1, who been killing it for years. And had a podcast that was smoking your numbers on Turning Point forever. Bigger than the Daily Wire. She leaves, the fan base leaving it because her and Brett Cooper was the only thing people was watching. I'm gonna give you I damn sure wasn't watching no Daily Wire for Ben Shapiro. Nah. So what do you mean building a business? Are you like out your fucking mind? You sound crazy. It's Garfield time. He's mad.
You're not giving me a chance.
I can't really control what he said. Yeah, this sounds so crazy. Let's pull it back.
Employee of Turning Point. She has been one of the main peddlers of these conspiracies, and she is making a huge amount of money on it. She is building her business off of these lies. What do you want to say to her and the other people that are putting these lies out into the world right now?
Stop.
Yo, that is, okay. That's it with the same face. Or what? And like, that's what it seemed like. She damn near threatening Candace at this point. She should be with her family, not here, on here yapping. Yep. I agree. Stop. Like, what's wrong with her? Like, what in the Greta is going on? Yo, tell me now, how dare you? How dare you? I don't know what the hell is going on with Greta, man. I think she went to school to become a witch or something with Harry Potter. Like, what is this woman doing? Go home, Roger. Yeah, she's super out of pocket. But I don't know, man, maybe it's just me. I would think she would be at home with her loved ones, cherishing them instead of just nowhere near them. Like you damn near never see the kids at this point. It's crazy. Is that all that was said? Yeah, she just said, stop. Mean mug the whole time. Stop. No, you can't. I might start covering it now. Because now this definitely look fishy. Super fishy. But tell me what your opinion is down in the comment section. All that good stuff. I definitely need a smoke break after that. Hit the hype button. All that. There you go. What's up? Let's check out Hasan spurging out again. I think he's spurging out on more Pegasus. I rock with more Pegasus. Go and check him out. All right, let's see what's going on.
Welcome back to a series so miserable. Even Mr. Piker subscribed. In today's video, Hasan is now crashing out over the youth not liking him. He claims his reputation is irreparably damaged. I am definitely not smiling right now. He's once again blaming apolitical slop tubers, aka me, for his damaged reputation. How about you blame your own mouth, pal? Asmon responds, calling Hasan out for once again using Palestine as a shield and lying about him. A streamer has discovered a very shocking Hasan game. The Streamer Award drama continues. FanFan has apologized for her jokes in Discord. Oh, brother. Streamer Rakai has confronted Ultimate Gooning Lord Twitch CEO Dan Clancy, asking to unban him. More streamers are chiming in on the drama. Streamer
Word, treat him like you treat these e-girls, nigga. 2 years is crazy when you got Nina Len running around assaulting people.
Dez has defended himself against the stock guy's allegations of him.
Oh yeah, this situation is disgusting. I think I might even left a comment on somebody's channel about that, because that's a foul situation. I think that guy's being misinterpreted because he's from New York.
Threatening FanFan over jokes. Subscribe or you gotta sit in place for 10 hours a day like Kaya. You're cooked. Let's up those numbers! Now let's begin. Right, so Hasan is now crashing out over the youth not liking him. Wow, guys, they don't like dog shockers. I'm so surprised. Hasan thinks his reputation with the youth has been irreparably tarnished. Sucks to suck, buddy.
My reputation with the youth has been so irreparably tarnished, I think, that most young people think like I'm whatever the fuck they saw last, because, you know, I'm not very... You know, I have my moments, but you know, people on it's difficult. People on TikTok already, like people on TikTok eat
because you trash. What do you? Ain't nobody on TikTok fault. You said it must be an East thing, BX, because I agree with you about the homie. Yeah, I think when it comes to that dude Dez, I think is his name. He was saying something along the lines of like, "You sucking blah 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 blank." With no teeth or something like that. And they took it as, oh man, you saying that you gonna take her teeth out. And I'm like, the fuck are y'all talking about? No, he's just saying that she's like being worrisome. That's like another way of saying it. Or he could just say she was being a bitch. Something along those lines. Right? But New York has a certain way of slang, especially with the youth, where they have certain ways of saying things. I remember when I was young and my friend said something that sounded similar and it was crazy to where me and him started scrapping. Me and him started dead ass throwing hands because I don't play those type of games, even though it was slang. I just was like, yeah, nah, we're not doing that.
Even fucking, even leftists on TikTok will regularly do call out posts on people like myself. The entirety of the liberal content creators are constantly fucking shitting on the left, and the entirety of the right-wing content creators are shitting on the left. All the apolitical people are shitting on the left. Everyone's shitting on the left.
Wrong is the resident apolitical slop tuber here. We are not shitting on the left. We're shitting on you specifically, Hasan. Notice how Ethan, for example, is not getting a fraction of the criticism that you are. And Ethan is obviously on the left. All of his opinions and policies are left-leaning. And I have no problem defending him and supporting him because I believe he was a victim of your disgusting propaganda and harassment from your orbiters, right? So I'll consistently defend any side.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I 100% agree. Like, even though Ethan is left or whatever and super woke, which I always say, every time I'm defending him, I'm like, Ethan ain't really, squeaky clean his damn self. He woke as hell and done some nasty things, but I'm going to call it out when someone's going at him or doing something disgusting to him.
As long as the situation actually calls for it. And in this situation, you are the villain. Dude, Hasan is desperately trying to make this like a group thing. He goes, oh my God, everybody's shitting on the left. We're totally in this together, trying to get the entire left on his side. I want healthcare just like you guys. All you got to do is donate me $5 more. Trust me, this time it's coming, I swear. Okay, one more Gucci bag. Just let me buy one more Gucci bag and another $3 million mansion. And I assure you, Mr. Brokey, you will be getting free healthcare. Wow, just listen to Hasan, guys. I mean, he has totally fulfilled all of his promises. He's like a scummy, lying politician, essentially. Also, man, the joy in my face when Hasan says his reputation is irreparably tarnished. Absolute cinema. I wonder why the youth doesn't like him, guys. Maybe because the last thing they saw you doing was shocking your dog and lying about it 10 different times. Maybe that actually leads to people not liking you, considering they care about animals.
Kaya, please just fucking go. Just stop.
Also, he says that people on TikTok don't like him, but last time I checked, I mean, you have those bunch of gooners making thirst traps for you that you yourself are.
You a grown ass man. Like, people probably hate me. No, people do hate me on TikTok. I don't care. I even forgot. That's crazy. I be trolling, or at least I used to troll. When I was using TikTok for like 1 week, I was going in. People hated me. They got me up out of them.
Be sharing like the ultimate narcissist you are.
By the way, who spends their whole fucking day making Hasan thirst traps? It's mental. And then he's promoting them all the time. Look at all these. Look! Hasan, I have no gag reflex.
The hold that this man has on me is actually crazy. Like, there have been times where he's...
Why would you share this?
And I'm guessing what happened is that he watched a TikTok somebody made about him, maybe like a creator he respects who's political and on the left, and they actually criticized Hasan, and he got very pissy about it, right? Because for the first time in his entire life, he couldn't actually press the zap button. He couldn't use the shock collar. So then he starts talking about young boys. Please never say that phrase ever again, Mr. Diddy Piker.
So if you're like a young boy and you haven't really thought about what your politics are, you literally never even open the door to leftist content. You never even broach that shit because either you are immediately branded as an annoying woke scold, which nobody likes, even though I'm not that, but it doesn't matter because the very fact that I'm not that also leads to a lot of people getting mad at me for not being that, right? People on the left get mad at me for not being an annoying woke scold. People on the right consistently call me an annoying woke scold. So it's a really shitty media environment to operate in.
Bro, I don't know what to say, but Dogtober 7 absolutely cooked Hasan. 2 months in, we are 2 months in, and this guy is still crashing out, complaining that not every single person on planet Earth likes him. Like, buddy, I think it's time to come to terms with your narcissism. It's actually okay for people to not like you. You kind of just have to deal with it as a creator, but he obviously wants everybody to like him while also being like a terrorist glazer. Like, buddy, at least then be like a fence sitter or something where you want everybody to like you, but no, you're a radical extremist and still expect people to treat you like a god. I mean, I don't understand this. Also, for the love of all that is holy, please stop saying young boys. Okay, I do not want to hear that phrase from Hasan. And in any case, young boys should not be watching Hasan Piker. Holy shit. Because what message are you going to learn? How to be a terrorist glazer cuck? Sprinkle a bit of racism in there. there, a little bit of misogyny, a dash of animal abuse. Great recipe right there to become like Mr. Piker. Also, man, this guy keeps crying about liberals. Oh, liberals are shitting on me. Doesn't this guy like consistently shit on them as well? Of course, they're just fighting back here. And why wouldn't they shit on you when you literally make them look completely insane? Because Hasan is considered the biggest lefty political streamer, and then people naturally assume that is what liberalism is all about, when obviously Hasan is a radical far left lunatic who does not represent the masses, right? And he actively sabotages his own side, and then he wonders why people actually hate him. He literally tells people to not vote for this candidate and says that, oh, they're all going to be the same, don't even bother. It's like, let's just all give up. And then he's mad that people basically like kicked him out of the movement.
Democrats, if they were in charge right now, would be doing 100% the exact same thing, 1-to-1. Make no fucking mistake. Anyone who tries to tell you that Kamala Harris will be different is a fucking delusional moron.
Decoy voice goes, how dare they judge me by my actions? Stupid dog, you made me look bad. Bzz. Bro's crashing out.
Was that the courage, the cowardly dog meme? That's funny. That's funny. Turn that giant into courage.
Because little kids don't like him. Unironically. Like, I don't want to go there, but Buddy is like, why do you got to say young boys, bro? That's just weird. I don't know. Moving on to Hasan blaming me once again, calling out slop tubers. And now we know that every time he says the word slop tubers, he's talking about me because he absolutely loves this channel.
More Peg has made a dozen videos about you in the past few days. I love that guy. That guy is my favorite YouTuber, honestly.
Hasan blames slop tubers, criticizing him for Twitch pivoting to the right and the rise of Nick Fuentes. Basically, we got this Hasan Glazer account in Serial Liar. Asmongold smiles and nods as Nick Fuentes tells Piers Morgan that H-Man was cool and sentence that I can't even put in this video because it'll definitely get flagged. By the way, already that is not what happened. Asmon wasn't praising the H-Man, believe it or not. Hasan responds, lots of apolitical, centrist, and liberal slop tubers spent the last 2 years calling outspoken pro-Palestine content creators anti-Semitic terrorists. While aligning with this guy, by the way, they created fake outrage and drama every day while the right grew its momentum on Twitch. Oh man, this fucking guy and calling out slop tubers. Buddy, we're posting your own clips. It is words coming out of your mouth. Like, how can you possibly get mad about that? Like,
yeah, this dude's a huge crash out for sure. I'm telling you, he's a low-cal. I've been saying that for a long time, and now it's seeming like it's more true. This dude is a full-on low-cal.
It's not even out of context. It's literally your own clips in their full context. We posted like an 8-minute non-stop rant of you, and it was just you melting down. There's evidence for literally every single label we attach you with, right? You're a proven terrorist glazer.
Hezbollah is a paramilitary organization.
Do we like them or no?
I don't have an issue with them, let's just say. But they are a terrorist organization. Like they're designated. Wow. They are designated by the American state as a terrorist organization.
I do not like them then.
Well,
and of course, anybody could have predicted he'd make this reductive argument that, oh, they're just shitting on pro-Palestine creators. Buddy, again with this Israel shit, can you stop, man? We are tired. Kaya is shocked. Also, I find it really ironic he's saying that Asmon basically supports a dictator, right? Buddy, you were cosplaying a dictator the other day. You also have clips implying that Kim Jong-un is not a dictator and that Western leaders are infinitely worse.
I love people in the chat who do still say like, oh my God, he's a genocidal dictator, dude. Like, please point to a dictator or just in general, a Western leader who is not also doing infinitely worse shit around the world, not just to their own citizens, but around the world.
Like, how are you even talking at this point? Anytime Hasan talks, there needs to be a clip playing in the background, immediately like discrediting him. Guy who said we deserve 9/11 still thinks being called a domestic terrorist was unwarranted. Don't most right-wingers get banned on Twitch? Asmon is the exception because banning him with that big of a following would set off too many alarms. Other than him, it seems like most right-wingers get banned on Twitch. Can't believe I'm defending Asmon, but Hasan, you've been been accused of anti-Semitic comments and brushing off October 7 grapes. Drama every day. Only thing he can do well is shock his dog, which is his only talent. Is Hasan delusional? Yes. Okay, there's a dumb question. Of course he's delusional. Hasan should, of course, realize he has Dan, the ultimate gooning lord, Clancy in his pocket. Twitch is probably a 99-1 ratio of leftist to conservative. Dan Clancy is probably possessive Pegasus at this point, saying that Hasan and extra Emily have him by the balls. Pretty much accurate. Dude at a Houthi terrorist. I keep forgetting that. This guy's so much shit to glaze him, but wants to blame everyone who has a problem with it. Right, so Asmongold responds, says thank you to the viewers in response to Hasan and Co calling him out.
Lots of apolitical, centrist, and liberal slop tubers spent the last 2 years calling out outspoken pro-Palestine creators, anti-Semitic terrorists, when aligning with this guy, by the way. This guy...
Yeah, shout outs to Asmongold. Shout outs to Asmongold. Y'all know I rock with Asmongold. When he goes in, I call him Asmon Black.
Outspoken pro-Palestine creators, anti-Semitic terrorists, when aligning with this guy, by the way. This guy, of course, is me. They created fake outrage and drama every day while the right grew its momentum on Twitch. How are you this mad about you? He's been mad about this for fucking ever. Oh my God. It's crazy. Rent free. Yeah. And also, like, what the fuck? Like, I wonder how people in Palestine feel that every single time, like, Hasan has a controversy. I zapped my dog. Why would Israel do this for me? Well, I can't zap my dog. I'm pro-Palestine. Like, it's same with like Casey Tron or somebody like Denims. Like, it had nothing to do with Palestine.
Nah, that's facts though. It's weird that they always bring that up. It's kind of crazy.
They use Palestine as a shield. They're like, oh, well, I have an agreeable opinion on this social issue or this geopolitical issue. So because of that, I'm now not accountable for any of my actions. Check Texan's tweet about you. I have no idea what it is. I have no idea. Using genocide to shield bad behavior. It's disgusting. It is. Yeah, it's crazy. And it's a scapegoat card. They are.
Honestly, I don't think anybody should be getting mad because Hasan is just a big fan of cosplay. He's cosplaying his buddy Hamas, using Palestinians as a shield. Very on brand for him, right? This man has benefited from the war more than anybody else at this point. The amount of times he uses it to deflect any argument is genuinely disgusting. Also, just addressing that other part of the tweet where he's mad at slop tubers because we are aligning with Asmongold. Buddy, this has nothing to do with him. It is basically whoever who is speaking out against you in that specific situation. It just so happens that your number one op is Asmongold and you fantasize about him every night. So there is the coincidence of agreeing.
Yeah, he hate Asmongold. It's because Asmongold be right when he call him out. That's really it. Because Asmongold be on the money. Asmongold don't be lying on him. And Hasan don't like that. He's like, what? How dare you hold me accountable?
With him more often because he's shitting on you. But notice how I never bring up Asmon's like random other political shit because I don't really care. I likely don't agree with a lot of his takes if I'm going to be honest. Same thing with Ethan. If he's shitting on Hasan or giving streamer related drama that is in my sphere, I will talk about it. But if Ethan or Asmon or anybody else is talking about, I don't know, Trump or some politician, I don't really care about that stuff. I don't really make it a point to bring it up because I feel like we're the last bastion here, desperately trying to avoid politics like the plague, which is consuming everybody. It's trying to worm its way into absolutely everything. I'm sorry, we would prefer to not be miserable on this channel. You guys.
I mean, things do get extremely political nowadays. Like with me, I call things out. I don't even define myself as extremely political because, well, I don't like the government. If I'm just being honest, I'm not left or right. But I do understand what you're saying.
Can enjoy. And I've always said, like, the crux of this channel is just calling out stupid people, right? And that can be on any side. If you get called out more, that's basically just a self-report saying that you're a dumbass, a colossal dumbass, a consistent dumbass. Like, thank you, man. Genuinely, I appreciate the content. So then Asmon responds, defending himself against like the Twitter hate.
Now, I want to say that all of the comments and complaints and crying about things that I say or the way that I say it, I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate you guys making these threads, crying about me, getting upset about it. And the reason why I appreciate it is that somewhere deep down inside, you know you're lying. You know you're lying. You know you're trying to misrepresent things that I say, trying to make people think something that's not necessarily true. And I know that whenever you make a big post that gets a lot of likes and a bunch of people see it, those are all people that are going to come to my stream. And they're going to come to my stream and they're going to expect to see somebody who they think is a Nazi, who hates black people, hates women, or whatever else. And you'll probably hear a few jokes like that. You will. You'll hear a few jokes like that. But they will come back the next day, maybe, or the day after that, and they'll see, well, that's not really the whole picture, is it? And then slowly, more and more over time, they'll just start watching. So whenever I see another clip that is a deliberate misrepresentation or some sort of manipulation, and it's negative and it's farming hate on me, I say thank you, because I know what the conclusion for this is. And the conclusion is they're going to be watching me. I have gone through dozens, if not hundreds, of these attempts. Once a week, if not once every 3 days, there is some viral controversy of something that I said or did. None of it ever mattered. None of it ever affected me.
Right, so I will say that basically Asmon gets canceled like every other week on Twitter for something or the other. I don't even know half the shit that's going on, because despite actually covering...
That's facts. That does happen a lot with this dude Asmongold. And he don't be saying nothing. He don't be doing nothing wrong.
All this internet drama, there's still literally too much to keep up with. I can't keep up with everything, right? And I'm sure that, you know, some of it might actually be valid criticism against him. And maybe some people might not like this response because he might be sort of hand-waving everything as a whole. But I do think that whenever Hasan is involved and whenever it's Hasan versus Asmongold on any beef, Asmon usually comes out the winning side, because winning against Hasan is fucking child's play. This man is such a fucking colossal moron. A 3-year-old baby could beat his ass. The baby could take candy from Hasan. And I feel like in general, he's just so hypocritical that basically every single thing he says can be applied to him. As I said, the Epson home cinema 50-50, the ultimate projector. So I don't know, I just don't take his criticism that seriously. Maybe he has like one hidden point in there where he does actually have a point against Asmongold, but what about all the other shit? It's very hard to ignore, right? So if someone who's not a dog shot,
I barely ever see him have any kind of point at all. Not even just against Asmongold at all. Like almost never see this nigga have a point.
You know, animal abuser who's not also mentally deficient in a variety of ways wants to go ahead and call out Asmongold, then go ahead. I'm sure people will actually listen. He's not a fucking god here. In fact, he has a lot of takes that I don't even agree with. He's pumping out a shit ton of content. Of course, there's a bunch of shit that I don't agree with. Like, I don't even know. I can't keep up. But I feel like there's just severely more dumb people and evil people to cover at this point, like Hasan and the Goon Squad. And in general, from what I've seen when he's covering these situations, he's pretty reasonable. He doesn't really hunt you down if you disagree with him. Meanwhile, Hasan, who wants to murder you if you're a capitalist landlord, like his own mom.
Yeah, kill them. Kill those motherfuckers and murder those motherfuckers in the street. Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods, dude.
Which again, I don't know how he comes to terms with that.
God damn, that was intense. The fuck did they do to him? What did they do to him that got him acting like that? That shit sounds ridiculous, bro. Damn.
It's just not even same level. I don't know why people put them in the same category, compare the two. I just don't see like the resemblance. People responded, pretty much described me. I didn't hate, was just curious. Ended up watching almost every day. Not even a WoW player myself. Bro doesn't want to say more Pegasus's name again. Freaking diabolical. Absolutely. Absolutely. After his shroom-induced declaration of love for my channel, he's simply unable to recount my name again. Just one time was enough, and I'll take it. Moving on to this streamer calling out Hasan grifting and playing a very special Hasan game. Streamer Shortbus plays a game inspired by Hasan's shot caller.
I just like, you know, this is like a personal issue that I care a lot about.
That's her name? Oh, they name? That's crazy. Shortbus? Wow. That's
out. I think we definitely need healthcare reform, probably more than we need a lot of things in this country that we're not getting. I don't care about most political things, and there's a lot of people in online political spaces that are just grifting for money, like in Hasan's ass. And I don't want to be a part of that. I just want things to be better for people who are sick. And I think that's something we can all agree on. whether you're right-leaning or left-leaning. This is the Hasan game mentioned earlier. There's a Hasan game. This is so fucked. Who's that? Wait. Wait, I can't even focus. Oh no, he's crying. The iframes.
Okay, guys, I think I found my favorite video game. Jetpack Joyride got an upgrade, fellas. What a blast from the past, by the way. I grew up on that shit.
That sounds crazy. That sounds wild as hell. And if Hasan see that, he definitely gonna lose his fucking mind.
On my iPad. I don't know if you guys ever played that game because honestly nowadays I have a much older audience. Like I used to make a bunch of jokes like you guys are all 5 years old during my Gen Z era, but nowadays everybody I meet is pretty much like 18 plus. So yeah, maybe you guys actually did grow up with this game, and there was like a bunch of other games like Temple Run and shit like that. But yeah, good times, man. Good nostalgia. You know, I actually know somebody who would love this game. Kaya actually just ordered 10 copies of this game right now. You know, she really likes to live her struggle. Kaya will get the high score. Looks like a shockingly good game. His head's too big. Can't be Hasan. Wait, is the Stalin soldier an enemy or a buff? You cannot tell with Hasan. Moving on to updates from the Streamer Awards. The drama continues. Now recap. Streamer FanFan made a bunch of jokes making fun of Kai Cenat, comparing him to Diddy. Since then we had Kai Lil crash out at her in front of everybody, getting offended.
I ain't like that. I wasn't a fan of that joke, but people saying that they too sensitive for reacting.
A joke. We had the Kai Cenat defense squad come out in full force. FanFan started crying because she felt bad about the jokes, according to Jason Lewin. And then allegedly Dez threatened to beat and SA her, but he denies it, of course. That was according to the stock guy. Now FanFan has posted an update. FanFan talks about her Streamer Awards performance in Discord. Says that she was reading off a script and should have read the room better, possibly improvise. Right, we got Discord. Yeah, I'll address it on stream briefly. I thought I was just following the script and I thought it would be fine, but I shouldn't have. Friends making jokes versus stranger making jokes is different, so I get it. Should have just not followed the script and chatted with people.
Why is she apologizing in Discord? That's odd as hell. You want to apologize? Why are you doing it in Discord? Shit, why apologize at all, honestly? I'm just being real. Like, for what? Sounds dumb as hell.
But I just thought award shows were meant to be cringe and corny jabs and was wrong. That's all. Already sent an apology to Kai for being disrespectful and explained the situation. That's the only person I need to apologize to. Oh, brother, this is so lame. Oh my God. Isn't this like an inside joke in their own community that they compare him to Diddy or whatever? Like I just don't think it's that serious. Nobody's calling him like a PDF file or anything like that. They're just poking fun at the resemblance. It's a freaking joke. Like, who?
They don't. The fuck? They don't look like each other. Kai Cenat don't look like Diddy though. They look nothing alike, actually.
Actually cares. Why get it so offended for this? It's in the correct setting as well for the Streamer Awards, and it was like a pre-planned, scripted out joke that FanFan didn't even write. I mean, I just don't get it. I should have just read the room and went off script, but hindsight is 2020. How the hell would you know to go off script before the reaction happened? You didn't know that Kai and his goon squad were so absolutely thin-skinned. I was so freaking dead, I legit was just reading off the teleprompter. No, I don't want to shift blame. Better for me to just tank it. Bad to give excuse.
I don't know if it's fair to say it was thin. Well, for one, Kai didn't even react. So it's definitely unfair to say that he's thin-skinned. I don't think his friends are wrong for wanting to defend him.
Excuses. I could have easily just not followed the script and improvised. Oh my God. FanFan is not a malicious person. I think she's being honest here and just admits that she wasn't sure what to do and made the wrong call. That's respectable. No, this is actually shameful. Apologizing just makes you another one of these spineless mother flippers like QT and all these. Like, everybody's happy at this going, wow, you apologize. No, this is lame. Stop apologizing for jokes. The joke about Dan Clancy preying on QT's friends was 10 times worse than FanFan's joke.
Dan Clancy is here. is really nice because I kind of see Dan as a father figure. And just like my real dad, he spends way too much time online hitting on my friends.
Sorry, man, watching.
I don't think that was that bad due to the fact that it seemed kind of true. This thing, the way. And honestly, her friends are grown adults too, as well, right?
Her for years, she definitely do those jokes on a collab stream. It's just really different when in this setting. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. Is everyone really this freaking sensitive? Exactly, I don't get it. Why does she need to apologize to Kai Cenat for making a joke that he and his chat has made 1,000 times? He didn't even react that bad to it. His dick riding friends just lost their shit over his own joke. Hollywood has its own roasting on their award shows. Why not Streamer Wars? Gen Z are snowflakes, actually. By the way, if you're one of the OGs of this channel, you know that I've made another 100-part series on Gen Z being absolute pansies. Twitch really is anti-humor. Streamers are naturally funny and have to censor themselves out of fear of bans or ostracization. And even unfunny streamers like the ones of Streamer Wars have to apologize for their missed jokes. It's a no fun zone. Actually true, dude. I cannot believe this drama is still going. Imagine reading Call Kai Diddy in the script and just thinking it would be okay to say, sure, I would have said it and not apologized. I would have doubled down saying you actually look like the baby oil too, buddy. This is so overplayed.
That's kind of crazy. He looks nothing like Diddy though. This is like, and people probably gonna try to clown me for it. I don't give a fuck. This thing where people compare me to any black person with a beard. In my whole life, I found that to be the most annoying, dumb, just stupid thing ever. You look like Rick Ross. Ha 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 ha. I'm like, we look nothing alike. Because I'm black with a beard? I'm black and I'm big with a beard, right? I had a YouTuber and live streamer tell me, oh, you look just like Kimbo Slice. You look like you ride the short bus. But no, I don't look nothing like this nigga at all. In any way, shape, or form, nigga. Like, way different features. But because we're big, black, and with a beard, we look alike. Kai Cenat looks nothing like Diddy in any way, shape, or form. They have like no facial similarities to me at all. That's a just weird joke because he's what, small and black, nigga. I don't even think is Diddy short, nigga. Like, so I don't know. I think it was just a corny joke that didn't really make sense. Yeah, Diddy ain't short, right? 5'10". That's taller than Kai Cenat. What's Kai Cenat? Like 5'2"? 5'3". Yeah, so that didn't really make sense. Call me crazy.
Well, even Reddit realizes. I like to step back and realize how meaningless all of this is. This only serves to give me more cinema for my series. Moving on to streamer Rakai. Now recap. Rakai crashed out at QT for making a joke about him stealing.
I'll say, listen, bitch. What's the coolest dick you ever sucked? The fuck off my dick. Whoa. That's what I was gonna say. Law, I was gonna say that shit to her face, bro. And for everybody. But nah, real shit, f you.
Well, it turns out he actually stole captured on camera and in a bunch of other situations regarding bets that he didn't pay or something. Then he got scolded by his mom for talking disrespectfully to QT for no reason. Then people made fun of how brain rot this guy is and his inability to put together an introduction in a sentence.
Rakai, you are our youngest nominee ever. For those of you who don't know you, do you want to give a little introduction about yourself as a streamer?
Wait, what you mean? What you mean? What? Like,
an introduction of yourself as a streamer.
This nigga don't know what introduction mean. Listen, he don't know what introduction mean. Oh my gosh. Bless his heart. Bless his heart, bro. He don't know what introduction mean. Boy. You know, that is wow. Okay. That's different.
I don't really know. Like, I just stream, yeah.
Anyways, that brings us to today. Apparently, Rakai went up to Ultimate Gooning Lord, DJ Dan Clancy, and asked him why he got banned.
Rakai went up to Twitch Geo, asked why he was banned? No.
Hey!
Hey.
What's up, bro?
How y'all doing?
What's up, my boss?
I know.
Good to see you, bro.
Long time to see.
Oh.
How you doing, man?
Yeah, bro.
It's a long time no see.
Why you being me?
Hey, you know that. You know why, man. You know why. You don't have to ask me. They communicated with you, man. I don't know the details. I don't do this. You know why.
So you don't ban people?
Huh?
You don't ban people?
I don't what?
You don't ban the people?
I don't do it, no.
Oh. Why you saying I'm ban him, though?
He just laughs at him. Oh my God.
No. Nope. That's not my job.
Okay.
Team that does
This
that.
is not my job.
So why you just own Twitch, though?
I don't own Twitch.
So
I'm the CEO of Twitch.
So you own it?
No. Twitch is owned by Amazon.
So you're like the head boss.
I'm the CEO of Twitch.
That's our boss. Our boss.
But to be clear, there's teams that make these decisions. I don't make these decisions.
Okay.
Nigga, so what do you do? What's like? I'm aware that you're gonna have people that work for you that's making the decisions and whatnot. But what you do though? Like what? Why are you here?
Other people make the decisions. And you know why you were banned.
You know.
Oh, you do.
You know.
Yeah. Why you were banned. I don't know, but you know why.
Man, bro, but they banned me.
Oh my God, dude. Two absolute degenerates interacting. This is my Marvel multiverse, honestly. We got DJ Dan the Diddler and Omega Brainrot Screamer Rakai. I mean, I'm just going to go one by one here before I lose my mind. First off, Dan Clancy.
Nigga call that nigga DJ Dan the Diddler is crazy. That's wild.
This dude is trying so hard to act like he's not 60 years old. He goes, you know why, man. You know why, buddy. Bro, you're not young. Stop it. Stop acting like a fucking high schooler, you absolute dinosaur. Also, somebody tell me how this dude is like always out and about, bro, like everywhere. Buddy, do your job, goddammit. Like, fire your moderation team. Fire yourself, you incompetent piece of shit. He goes, I don't ban the people. Yeah, unless it involves Hasan and Extra Emily. Then he's right on that button. On the unban button, of course. Degen Gunner. Also, for the love of God, stop possessing me. I'm filing a restraining order. Second off, Rakai, this flippin' zero IQ moron. Let me explain it to you, buddy. You are banned for stealing, which is a crime. It's called theft. You should actually be put in prison. Apparently, it wasn't just like the Walmart thing. Apparently, he did like a bet with someone he didn't pay. It's like multiple occasions or whatever. Now, you could argue that, hey, why did I get banned and not Nina Lynn for SA? And that was just a week. And then you could bring that up, but then that would require the ability to actually articulate a sentence in an IQ greater than 5, with both of which you just don't have. This guy's school years were spent talking about dicks or something. Also, oh my God, Dan Clancy trying to explain company positions and jobs to Rakai. First off, you don't even do your job. And second off, that's basically like Man Ray trying to explain the wallet thing to Patrick. Rakai was forced onto us. Nobody cares or knows who the fuck he is. He doesn't deserve anything he was given besides a ban. He's insufferable. Sounded like one of the NPCs from the Sims video game. Rush Hour 4 is looking better than I expected. Goated movies, if you saw this, by the way. They would never fly today. Ooga booga unban me, boss. How the frick is Rakai famous? Not even the universe's greatest sage could tell you that. I have less difficulty explaining basic stuff to my 5-year-old nephew. Oh my God. Actually strengthening my abs this episode. Now, apparently people discovered that Rakai's streams might be botted too. Asmon can't stop laughing after noticing how botted Rakai's streams are.
That's botted. It's botted. It's not completely accurate, but this is a little bit of a shorter one. Okay, how about a 3-hour stream? Let's look at this.
Well, niggas can't say I'm buying. I'm gonna buy my one view, nigga? Like, what you mean? I bought it one person?
Right, so shocker, he's actually not that popular, guys. Well, that sort of restores my faith in humanity, maybe like 5%, but I still know that there's genuinely people out there who watch and enjoy these streamers, so still a massive yikes. By the way, just in case you're confused, to spot botting, you look for sort of crazy instant drops and shit in the graph, unusually high or unusually low viewership on certain days, maybe sponsored events or whatever. Basically, unnatural behavior, like viewers don't all collectively leave at one point, other than the end of the stream, of course. So you're looking for a more human-like graph, right? XQC talks a lot about it, but that's the general gist of it. Pure responded, Rakai is a speed wannabe whose entire existence is around clip farming, low IQ, unoriginal, unfunny. No one seeks out to watch him, so botting tracks. That explains why I've never heard of him. Usually with a 10K Andy, you'll at least have heard of him before. Everything about Kai and his orbiters is completely manufactured. Didn't XQC call this out months ago and Kai Cenat crashed out on him? Debunker is right all along. You can't question Einstein, man. Now, apparently QT got backlash because people thought that she was being racist to Rakai, saying, oh, a black guy stole, but he literally did it on...
That's crazy. I do remember XQC calling that out. I do remember that. And... yeah, Kai fans, they let him have that. They let him have it. I ain't going front. They was not playing. Kai fans was on his ass, boy. They was not playing.
Camera, so she responded.
We just live and we learn, and we know that. The only thing that I would like to clarify, and I don't want to there's a lot of things I would love to clarify, but I'm not going to. But I just want to say that Rakai was banned for stealing. He was banned from Twitch for stealing something.
Yeah.
And Twitch allowed him very nicely to come to the show. They were like, it's fine because technically it's against TOS or whatever.
Motion.
But I asked him what's the coolest thing he ever stole as a fun clip to say, haven't you learned your lesson? You can't say that. Don't get banned. Yeah, you can't get banned again. And then that was taken as racially charged. And I didn't ask that question because he's black. I asked that question because he got banned for stealing.
I'm not gonna lie. Without the context, though, I know when I heard it, I knew because
that's the problem. Is we were all in a room and we all know that Rakai had special permission to come. And we all know that Rakai was banned. All of us knew that in that room.
Yeah.
That's why everyone in the room got it.
Dude, why is Hasan literally sweating there? He's literally trying to control himself. He was about to go on an insane.
That's hilarious. Wow, Hasan look mad uncomfortable. That's facts. He do look uncomfortable than the mother effer right now. It sound like, oh, you're gonna have another community coming at me. Oh no. Yeah, Hasan look terrified right now.
Racist rant about black people. We know he loves doing that, right? Mr. No Racist here. Play the clip where he's like, I don't give a fuck about what black people think.
Like it or not, black people care about the border. Man, shut the fuck up. Black people care about the border. I don't give a fuck what black people care about. Oh, black people care about this. Black people care about that. Shut the fuck up. That's not how politics works.
A classic from Diddy Piker. And honestly, I think QT should have gone harder because he's a dumbass who needs to be taught values before he goes into the world and gets himself arrested, right? You need a little bit of tough love here or whatever. And QT should absolutely ban him from the next event, right? Some level of consequences. And you can argue that, oh, he's a kid or whatever, but he's 17, 18 or something. So I don't know, bro. That's old enough to know. Now, remember that stock guy who was talking about the streamer who wanted to essay Fanfan over the Kai Cenat joke? Well, now he's getting threats from the Kai Cenat adjacent community.
Everyone has an agenda. Everyone is going to try and spin it the way they want.
It's because you came out and said someone was going to SA someone without actual evidence of proof. I think that's pretty damn ridiculous.
All I said is that after that event, I was in the bathroom and someone said some really fucked up shit. And now everyone has decided to put a name to it. I'm racist.
For 3 months.
I'm a clout chaser. No matter what you do, I'm getting death threats. I have people saying, oh, I heard that you live in Delaware now. We gonna find you, right? Shit better not show up to the next TwitchCon, right? I mean, it's in Europe. You can't afford to go, right? We gonna murk your ass and shit. I'm like, you know what? Fuck, dude, shut the fuck up, bro. Listen, you got to get up for school in the morning. Just turn off the phone, okay? People will lose their fucking minds over this shit, okay? No matter what you do, right?
What I just don't like about this is the fact that he's acting as if the claims that he made were not serious as hell. And they were, nigga. That's the problem. That's the problem right there, dude, is that the claims that you made was mad crazy with no evidence. So yeah, you're going to get backlash. Imagine what the person you made these claims about got. You put his picture up and all that. Where's the actual audio of what was said. Not just yelling or anything. No, give me the actual audio, bro. You're not going to do that. So yeah, you're going to get some backlash, right? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
Here's another one. Put a name out there, you pussy. If I'm not 100, and I mean 100% sure of exactly who somebody is, because I didn't know any of these people before, I still don't know them. I'm not going to say something if I'm not 100%.
If I'm not mistaken, he put out a post on Twitter with the picture, not even a picture, a video of this dude named Des saying he's 99.9% sure.
And sure, because if I put what happened to the wrong person, even if there's a 1% chance, then I'm a fucking pussy. Then I'm a piece of shit. You know why? Because now you're actually dragging somebody who might not be real, putting something and attaching it to their name from your mouth to them. And that's worse than anything else. Well, then you shouldn't say shit at all. I'm talking to my community. I'm telling them what happened. There was an incident that happened. That's all I said.
Well,
nah, nigga. Nah, bro. You know, you made extreme claims, dude. You made some very crazy claims. You can't just be like, wow, it's just what happened. Nah,
to be fair, didn't he have like a message in Discord saying it's 99.9% this guy called?
Yeah, that's fucked up. But I didn't do nothing. All I said was just you're lying, bro. Like, that's what I don't like about like people like this. You're like, that could ruin this motherfucker's life, bro. Like, you can actually destroy his career before it even starts off. And then talking about you can't afford to be where I'm at. What's wrong with you? Nigga, talk about stocks, bitch. Like, you a stock guy. Always are you using drama to get your clicks up. That's crazy. You talk about stocks. Talk about stocks, nigga. What's wrong with you? These people are weird. This is
or whatever.
Stuff.
I mean, I feel like that's pretty much an accusation, right? If that was actually him. But yeah, if I had to make like a blind guess, obviously I don't know what happened. I wasn't there, but I'm more likely to believe this guy because that just seems like a most random story to make up. And just like the things he said were very specific. So I would be more likely to believe this guy's story. And the audience didn't even seem surprised. They're like, yep, they're exactly the type of persons to do this shit. And also just seeing that guy Rakai, I feel like he was influenced by somebody, right? And the adults aren't much better. They act like they're in a gang when they're all just bums that watch Twitch streamers. These people are insane. Whole streaming community is unbearable. It's the worst it's ever been. Doesn't help that you have the CEO of the company acting like he's a senior in high school. Sounds about right for that community, exactly. Silky and Rage respond, telling him he can't ignore the allegations and should respond.
Or let's see if she digs something. I'm not saying I'm not, bro, word to bro, I'm not defending nobody because regardless of what it is, once you are like talking about SA, I can't respect that. Like, I can't respect that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got 3 sisters and a mother. I can't respect that. You know what I'm saying? Once you talk about SA, I can't respect anything like that, bro. Because I would never want that to happen to my sister. I would never want that to happen to my mom. It's as simple as that.
But he did. Do you have proof that he did, though? You see, and this is why the stock guy is an idiot. You sitting here crying about people asking you questions during your live stream. You got a bunch of people that are big figures in the streaming community accusing this man of crimes with no evidence or proof. But then they can't ask you about it, you bitch. Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, this is so fucked up. I don't know. Maybe I feel something more personal connected to it because people lie on me all day, every day, and will spread that shit with no evidence or proof of anything. And then do the same thing when someone approaches them. But I never said that. But it's like, no, you know what you're doing, bro. And you're fucking with people's lives, bro.
Facts. But I'm just saying, I know how shit can get misinterpreted, bro. What I'm saying is, bro, I always leave room to spare because I don't want to sit here and jump on a shit.
The whole time you're wrong.
And the whole time you're wrong. And then you gotta be like, not a shit, because I have a support base, and now it's like I'm turning my entire support base to hate on this person, and it could have been misinterpreted the entirely wrong way.
Pretty much.
You never know.
Des, I ain't gonna lie, just come clear this shit up. If you did it, admit you did it, apologize, say what you gotta say, and if you didn't, say why niggas are saying it's you again.
And then they feel like they can force you to come out and speak on this shit, even if it's bullshit, even if it's just made up. But then the stock guy thinks no one should be able to ask him anything, that he did nothing. That's pretty crazy, bro.
Like, come on.
That's
this is some shit that can't get ignored, low key.
Nah,
you can't ignore this shit.
It can't get ignored.
You can't ignore this shit.
This can't get something under the rug. It can't get something under the rug. This has to be.
You got 24 hours, gang.
What?
No cap.
And then
so you wanted that?
He got 24 hours.
Nah, bro, that's crazy. You can't have the internet. If it's not, you can't have the internet thinking you said some crazy shit.
Facts. I ain't gonna lie.
I feel like the longer.
Same day, I would have been lying.
Yeah, because
nigga, what?
If I hear niggas
say, oh,
niggas say that I said some crazy shit. What? I'm fucking live with it. What do you want?
And then now people are going to start saying something crazy about you on a regular basis just to get your reaction. This is dumb. Like, this is so stupid, bro. Like,
what I say, nigga? What? If I hear some caption about me, what? You crazy?
Facts. That's a fact.
Yeah, I mean, if you're like accused of this shit, you should immediately respond and go like, "Yo, nope, that was completely false." And
no, I don't think you have to entertain anything, right? Yeah, I don't think you have to entertain everything. Everything, nigga. Like, come on, bro. Nah, sometimes you gotta just keep it pushing. Right?
And yeah, that guy's making it up. Screw that guy for lying about it. But yeah, my guess is something like that probably happened and the details might be murky or whatever. So maybe that's why he's not responding. Okay, Future Pegasus here. He responded.
This stop guy is lying. Like you're lying on me for what reason? I was in the bathroom and I say, "Oh, gang, she was out of my man Castanet. She sucked Cod," and I said,
"What? That doesn't even make sense. She sucked his dick."
What's up? I'm so fly. Asmon is slang, bro. It's slang. It's New York slang, bro. And this is the problem. He made a statement in defense of his friend. And because he is from New York, all of them are from New York. And they're youth as well. They're going to use certain words and say certain things that you might not understand. But it's actually slang. So it does make sense. When he said that she was sucking whatever... What he was insinuating is that she was, damn, I was going to use another form of slang, meat rotting. But it's kind of like you want, another slang. You want somebody's jock. You're sweating somebody. You're hounding them. You're on them, right? You're putting pressure on them, and it's like you're on. Yes, I'm so used to saying slang variations of it.
But she was making fun of him.
Verbatim. I said, bro,
that's what that means, Asmon. Damn, somebody, I say it all the time on live stream, bro. When people will come and try to talk crazy to me, and I'll be like, see, you're on my dick. Get off. Take 5 steps back. Now you're off of it. Did I try to SA somebody when I said that? Like, yeah, it's slang, bro. And instead of people saying that they don't understand, right? They're just labeling it something that is not. Like he tried to essay her or something. That's
she
crazy.
sucked Cod with teeth. Bad bitches don't use teeth when they giving the sloppy toppy.
Facts.
Oh my God.
You jumped out there and cracked a joke. Diddy is you talking about not even a Diddy joke.
Oh my, this is incredible.
But I don't gotta put it out there because y'all don't know me. Nobody knows me. Just go through in their lives. So don't ever put it on my character as a young man.
What have you gone through that makes sense for you to act like this? You just acting like an idiot.
That actually come from poverty. Don't play with me.
That's right. See, it makes sense and it's okay.
And I rock with Asmongold. He's not aware, bro. This is someone who comes from a certain position, attempting to change their position in life. He might not talk like this or speak like this in the future, in years from now. But he hasn't had the opportunity to actually learn yet until now. His friend, which is why he cares about him so much, y'all making fun of him defending his friend, gave him that opportunity to change his circumstances in life. Where he's from, what he is saying makes total sense. And what Asmongold or whoever is saying makes no sense at all. How do I know this? I'm from the Bronx. Bronx, New York, to be exact. And because I speak a certain way, even though I'm from somewhere, I can translate. I've had those conversations. I've sat here with the gang members on my stream and had to translate the chat to them. No, they're not trying to come at you. They're just saying this. No, that's not what that means. That means this. Wait, you shouldn't say that. All right? Jazz, even though I don't know if he has any gang affiliations, right? That don't matter. Comes from the same place I do, my peoples that I've had on streams do. So he's not used to it. They're going to talk a certain way. They might even get frustrated because they feel like they're trying their best. And it's coming off in a way that where they can't explain in a moment. He's not explaining this the best that he can because he's frustrated. He got his mom hitting him up, panicking. He don't know what's going on. He's not used to this media shit. His channel is new. When he first came into the group, he was the rapper and then made a channel. So it's like, you got to give him a little bit of grace, especially if you don't understand. You know what I mean? It's different, bro. It's very different. I get what he's trying to say perfectly because I got cousins and family members that talk exactly like this and will look at you crazy if you question how they were speaking because to them, they like, nigga, what's wrong with you? I'm like, what, you deaf or something? They're like, what's up? you understand?
For me to be violent and aggressive because I was poor. What are you fucking retarded?
No,
he's in different tax brackets than me.
He's not violent. Nigga, like, we have not seen him be violent once. You've seen him raise his voice. You've seen him argue with people. Half-empty threats. Maybe something that's not going to ever happen because he's best of friends with them the same day. What he's guilty of is being emotional and not knowing how to communicate in ways that everyone will be able to understand outside of his community. But he's new and he's literally admitted that and said that he's trying. It's just no grace is given to him because of the levels, right? And I don't want to make it seem like he's stupid in anything. He's just not used to being in certain surroundings, bro. Like, this is what it is. Nigga, I come from the Bronx. I remember the first time I took my friends to Manhattan. They never even left the Bronx. I think that shit was crazy to them. They couldn't understand, bro. So it was like, you gotta like show more grace for people from different circumstances. You know what I mean? Because you don't, like he said, he's been through shit that you don't know. Nothing. Nigga, if I was to tell you my life story, nigga, you would sit here within the first hour probably breaking in tears, nigga. Then be entertained. And then still go like, damn, all of that? Nigga, it's just certain circumstances. You know what I mean? I remember I got interviewed by a YouTuber once, and that shit made me feel uncomfortable watching it back because of the way that it was presented was like scary to people. Like the neighborhoods, that nigga went and Googled the neighborhood I came from, put it on the screen, put the death rate on it. I'm like, oh my God. From where I'm from, that's normal. Nigga, to the person that's not used to seeing that type of shit, it can be crazy. So it's like, you gotta show him some grace.
I will make the amount of money I ever make.
And you'll stay there because you f yourself up. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think he said it because he included two details about it. One of the things that proves veracity of a story is if a person includes very unique details, him bringing up the teeth thing, he's effective.
Bro, no, like, come on. He could have been in the bathroom. The other guy could have been in the bathroom. He could have absolutely started going off or talking about the woman or whatever, which he admitted. He said the blah, 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 no teeth. All of that could have happened. It could have been misinterpreted because, like you just did, the other person's not from where he's from. Like, what the hell? Well, he just admitted to it. So all of the worst must be true. Because he just admitted to certain deeds. No, he could have told the truth in everything he said. And because you take him as violent because he yells, you're believing the worst about him. And wondering why he's frustrated. How long you been streaming, Asmongold? Like, we gonna stop acting like you not the man. You're a fucking professional at this shit. You can't expect him to react the same way you react. You can't. What's this, day 30 for this nigga? of having his own joint? Like, come on.
Saying that the stock guy overheard the conversation. I don't know how stuff like this even happens, if you want me to be honest, but
I don't got nothing against Asmon. I like Asmon, you know what I mean? It's just he doesn't have the experience or just circumstances to where he would understand where this person's coming from. Is really what all it is. But I rock with Asmongold.
You know, that's the way things are nowadays.
I mean, he's just from New York.
Okay, so that's an interesting response. I mean, he's basically saying that didn't happen. And he just like misheard him or whatever. I mean, at that point, it's like a he said, she said type of situation or whatever. But yeah, it wasn't like an outright denial. So I guess people are just going to come to the conclusion that they want here. Again, I'm more likely to believe like that stock guy or something. This does shed some light about it, but yeah, he did essentially admit that he was like talking shit. The way, I mean, like
he stays in Texas. See, yeah, it's different. Like if he had someone that not only was from New York but was from the hood, he would understand a little bit better. You know why Nina Lynn, that Asian YouTuber that's going crazy and talks really aggressive, why she speaks like that, besides the fact that she's an idiot? It's part of her gimmick that she's from New York, which is why she speaks in that manner. Certain things, like speaking with your hands or maybe speaking aggressively, it's because I've left New York and been told, whoa, slow down, buddy. You don't have to be so aggressive. And in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, wait a minute. People don't just ask you that. They don't say that outside of New York. They don't just ask you what the fuck you talking about, right? That's an example. Okay, I understand. I get it now. So you New Yorkers, we're more aggressive. I took a friend from Virginia because he asked me to take him and a group of friends and show him around New York. I took him to the city. He tried to talk to a girl. I told him to slow down. It's different over here. He didn't understand. He went over there. Hey, how you doing, miss? And she was like, the fuck out my face, B. He was so like disturbed. I tried to it over here. We speak a little bit different. It's just a little sometimes aggressive. And if you're not used to going other places, right, or just getting around, you're not gonna, be able to be understood by everybody. Said 2 up, 2 down. Okay. I spent some time in the beach. You already know. Spent some time over there in Chesapeake. You know what I mean? I'm known in Norfolk in these streets. Now, shout out to everybody from Virginia. I used to have fun over there. Hang out with my homies. But yeah, I think this is just misinterpretation. And from me spending time living in Virginia when I was young, man, being from New York, I'm telling you, the same way they would are talking about him now, people would talk about me, and they did not understand. Once a combination of me being around more people not from New York, I started to understand, okay, all right, so that might be interpreted this way. And then the same thing vice versa, to where they was fucking understanding, okay, so he's not just mad at the world and trying to fight everybody. They just talk a little bit more aggressively where he's from. I remember when I had a cousin visit me from the city. Nigga, that was one of the funniest events in life. I still remember that vividly. My older cousin came to visit me in Virginia when I lived over there. That shit was funny as fuck. And once again, everybody was thinking he was aggressive. I'm like, no. He just talks like that. He's trying to find where 7-Eleven's at. That's all.
Response didn't make sense because it was the opposite of what actually happened. Fanfan wasn't glazing Kai.
What's up,
she was making fun of him. So moving on to streamer Agent giving QT some advice for next year's streamer awards.
Literally just make the votes public, bro.
That was so. You talk to random people in Norway, you crazy? I understand it. When I keep talking about this damn vacation because I missed it. It was fun as hell. But when I went on vacation and was in Japan, the culture over there is different too as well. To where they was telling me it's disrespectful to just speak to random people. But me being so used to just saying hello when I'm walking around, like I'm friendly as hell, bro. Day to day, I'm just, hey, how you doing? Hey, whatever. Especially if you staring at me, I'm just gonna break that awkwardness with, hey, what's up? How you doing? Randomly on public transportation. So as I'm walking around Japan and I started seeing familiar faces, because I stayed out there for a few months, I start greeting people. Like, even though they were saying it's disrespectful, but I'm like, I'm so used to it. I just instantly, hey, how you doing? And some of them were like saying it back to me, hey, but that was because they got used to me and would see me every day. Like the OG. OG's old Asian dude that used to dress like he was from New York, bro. He would be carrying bags every morning from the supermarket. Every morning I see him when I'm just walking around. Yo, OG, what's up? Yo, what's up? But public transportation out there, you're not really supposed to speak to people. So it's different. They'll look at you like you're a little crazy, which I got that look a few times and I had to catch myself like, oh shit. Forgot. You're not supposed to just talk to random people. Oh, you can't eat while you walking. I'm over there drinking a soda. People looking at me like, I'm like, why are they looking at me like that? It's disrespectful to eat and walk. I'm like, oh shit, let me stop moving for a second and finish this damn soda. But yeah, it's just different places. So me knowing that, you got to think about that in all ways. So when it's someone that's like really hood and they're talking a certain way, they might not even be aggressive, bro. You saying they're aggressive is going to make them more aggressive.
Of everything.
Well, me and my older brother be looking at clips of this dude dead spazzing out. We be dying laughing because he reminds us of somebody we know in the hood. they not at that point yet. Give it a few years.
Feel me? Like next year, like you should be able to see the fan vote and the panel vote. Feel me? The same way when in the NBA you could see MVP votes, which journalist voted for which MVP vote. Just make the shit public. Please just make the shit public. And if niggas want to bitch and complain, it's not to you. You didn't do the voting, nor were you on the panel. You feel me? It wasn't to you. That's what I would do personally. I take that shit off your plate. Feel me? Like that guy, put that on someone else's plate. You're gonna have enough things to worry about. Yo, Suri, thank you for the 5 hit the subs.
Or here's a thought: maybe shut down your shitty award show if you don't want drama. If it's legitimately so hard, so troubling, so traumatizing, and you need to put all this effort, you want to quit streaming, fucking do it. Go. Nobody wants you here. If you're gonna make all this money, get all these sponsors, get all this attention, and you literally invite Hasan, the dog abuser, and you make all these jokes or whatever, of course you're gonna have to deal with drama. That's what comes with it, right? I mean, heck, I don't understand this. I always give these people the perfect advice that harms me. I get less content if you take my advice, but these people just can't do it, right? I tell Jillywig, stop talking about drama if you don't want to be involved in drama. Instantly makes 5 more streams going, well, it's actually not a shock collar. Like, it's like they're allergic to taking good advice. And, you know, okay, I'll take the views. Thank you. Keep being stupid till the end of time. I will enjoy my success. We will, in fact, keep upping those numbers. Yeah, make the votes public so all the streamers just spaz out on the voters when there's a result they aren't happy with. How about these anti-social?
Yeah. What it really is that when it comes to these streamer award shows or any award show, most of the people that's voting are people that's within the field and they don't know everybody. So they're going to vote for whoever's more familiar to them. That's why it turns into like a popularity contest. So award shows don't really work unless it's fan voted. If it's just on the fans vote, we not making no decision. It's all for the fans, even the nominees. Fans decide, then yeah. But then that might be biased too, because then once again, it's going to just be who's more popular.
Freaks learn to not freak out over a gold-plated Pepe trophy. If she makes the voting public, then people will see it's actually the panel of her friends who makes the decisions on everything. She was out.
The biggest streamer always went in both. Like, look at who won what was it? Best 24-hour stream. Hasan's stream wasn't really that good. Like, compared to I Show Speed. This year, I Show Speed stepped it up crazy. Went around the world. And was entertaining as hell. The most entertaining clip I've seen from Hasan's like marathon was when Ray J came and tried to go in the shower with him. That shit had me cracking up. He bust up in the shower singing his song. I'm like, nigga, this is funny as hell. But besides that, it wasn't really nothing too special. Right? It was more like a repeat of what he did the previous years. I Show Speed took it up a notch. So I think he should have won. But who's more popular, especially on Twitch? Hasan. So he won.
Offered $200K to do exactly that. She never responded. That is true.
I want to see it. Because I think you rigged it. I do. And I'll put money on it. I'm ready. Okay, she won't. Hey, it's $200,000.
Now click this video for
Yeah, it's pretty crazy out here. But tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. Hit the like button, share the video, all that good stuff. It's crazy out here.